Today we're going to go check on our Ford Raptor and see how it's doing. We're here at Superior Mobility, which is actually right across the street from our office building. But we're going to go inside. We're going to see what actually goes into building and putting together the mobility equipped Raptor that we give away on the High Five Tour. And so let's go inside and check it out. So here we are inside Superior Mobility. And they have a nice new showroom. They just moved here about a month ago. And this is Michael, the manager.
Hi, glad to meet you.
And he's going to take us out and show us pretty much the state of where the Ford Raptor is right now and kind of go over, some of the modifications that go into the vehicle. And it's actually pretty complicated. So he's going to kind of explain some of that for us.
Outstanding. Let's head to the shop.
Perfect. And that's our Ford Raptor that's all torn apart right now.
It is. It's all opened up. Tail lights are out. The lift has already started to go in. It's mounted and everything's set up there. We've got wiring run up into the inside. We've got the dash all torn apart so that we can put the hand controls up inside it. You'll notice that the running boards are off so that we can put the stowaway seats up underneath the rocker panel. And then we've got to get the running boards recut. We'll have the stowaways coated to match the running boards so that they look just like part of the running board, and then get everything finished out inside. Back underneath the back seat, we have the power center going in where all the power for the different pieces of equipment will happen, and that gets dispersed there. We'll have it set up in the end so that on the front doors, when you open the door, it'll actually have an alert light that flashes so that someone knows that there's activity going on, just as a safety issue. They won't accidentally come running into the door.
Got it. So you guys have to basically put a whole bunch of new wiring in here.
We do a lot of wiring. Part of what goes in, we've got the Featherlight hand controls with the push twist so that the throttle is actually done by wire, not by pushing the pedal itself. So that's all integrated as well.
When you say by wire, like some of our previous ones had like a handle, does that change?
It'll still have the handle. It'll look the same as far as the operation. This particular one has what they call a push twist. So when you push on the handle, it'll actually apply the brake. When you rotate it, kind of like a motorcycle throttle, it'll activate the throttle, but it does it electronically as opposed to mechanically pushing the pedal down on the floor.
Got it. So that's going to be new for this one because our last one didn't have that feature.
Correct. That's correct.
So it'll work kind of more like a motorcycle.
More similarly.
In that way.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. But steering and everything else is exactly the same.
Steering and everything else is exactly the same. We'll have the spinner knob up on the steering wheel so that he can turn the steering wheel easily with one hand.
Okay, deal. All right. So as far as like under the hood, what do you guys do some changes there too, as far as electronics and everything goes, or?
We actually, the only thing we do under the hood is access the power. So we bring a 4-gauge power wire from the battery all the way back underneath the back seat. And that's where our distribution point is, where we put the fuse block that operates the lift, the topper, the two stowaways, all right in that location.
So, and then both of these, the original seats are going to come out, correct?
No, the original seats stay right in. He's going to be able to use those seats. The stowaways actually go up underneath the carriage of the vehicle so that they slide out and then raise and lower according to what he needs to get him from the chair up to the seat, and then he can slide right from the stowaway onto the factory seat or out onto the stowaway from the factory seat and then lowers down to the ground.
Okay, so this will be different from a couple of our vehicles that we've done in the past too.
Some of those have the tourney seat that we've used before, where the seat swivels out, slides out, and drops down. But this one, so that we can maintain those nice Raptor seats.
Deal. Well, that is a nice feature because those are really nice seats. So we do have some new features on this Raptor that are different from kind of the other Raptors that we've done. Ford decided to change the wheels, and these have a little bracket that goes on the outside of the wheel that's supposed to help keep the tires on if you're out doing four-wheeling stuff, and for whatever reason you're going so fast that you knock the wheels off your rims. But I highly doubt that would happen anyhow, but never know. And then, so do you guys put a light in the front also? I don't remember.
We did on some previous versions, but we don't anymore. We've been asked just to put the lights on the doors.
Okay, so in the doors, and then the tail light gets changed.
Well, we access the tail light so that the third brake light comes up on the topper that goes on the back. When you apply the brake, it'll appear up on the topper itself as well as down on the tail lights, just like it would on the cab light back in the back of the cab.
Because the cab light will still function.
It'll still function, but it'll be covered by the top.
Got it. Okay, well that goes over some of the changes that are there. What's kind of the standard cost run-of-the-mill for most people getting these type of modifications?
Something like this, the two stowaway seats run about $4,000 a piece. The topper that goes on runs just shy of $10,000. The lift that goes in the back runs another $4,000. The hand controls are about $1,200 to $1,500. The light package adds another $200 or $300. So it comes up into about $25,000 altogether.
But now the topper that goes on here, it's kind of unique also because it lifts up and down.
It does lift up and down. So you see how the lift comes out the side of the bed. In order to allow the lift to operate, the topper actually clamshells to the passenger side so that it raises up, and then the lift can swing out right over the bed rail to allow that lift to drop the chair right beside the client.
Got it. From your guys' business, do you do mostly trucks or vans or other vehicles, or?
We do lots of vans. Many of our clients are wheelchair bound, so of course to roll their wheelchair into the vehicle, the van is probably the standard. But we do lots of personal vehicles. It's amazing how many people that we're able to serve right into the existing vehicle that they have just by putting hand controls in or some simple modification like that. So we hit a wide variety. But this being the Midwest, we also do lots of trucks.